Hello everyone and welcome back to another SolidWorks lecture. And in this video we're going to be going over how to use the Hole Wizard. So the Hole Wizard is an incredibly valuable tool within SolidWorks that allows you to pull from all different kinds of standard drill bits and threads and incorporate those into your design. So I've already gone ahead and I've created this 3D model right here. It's just a square, it's just a box. You can go and create it on your own. And I'm going to create some holes along this box. So to use the hole wizard, it's under the feature tab, and you come over here and you select hole wizard. So if we take a quick look at what we got all different kinds of holes in it. So we got the counter bore hole, we got counter sunk holes, just a straight a blind or through hole, threaded holes, or yeah, well, a straight tap, which would be a threaded hole, taper tap, and got other slots as well. So let's take a quick look on how we can position our holes first. So this is the type tab. If we go over here to position tab, we can select the surface that we want to create the hole on. So I'm going to select this top surface here, and now I'm free to place a point somewhere on this surface. So I'm going to select a point here, and I can put a point here and a point here. That's fine for right now. And I'll position the position of these points. So this one I want to be 1 inch and by 1 inch. We'll make them all 1 inches. 1. Alright, so I got a couple points now. So now I'm going to come back over here to type. Now I can specify what type of hole I want. So just a quick overview on types of holes that are typically called out on drawings. So this would be the drawing specification for a through hole or a blind hole. You'll typically see a diameter symbol followed by the measurement, and then you'll see through for a through hole. Now for a blind hole is a hole that does not go all the way through. So this is telling you the diameter of the hole and how far down it's ultimately going. Moving on to counter bore holes. Counter bore hole is where you got typically have the a smaller diameter hole that's deeper and a larger outer bore. Typically, this is good for slotted hex heads, bolts, as well as anything that requires a washer. And a counter sunk hole, those are typically good for your standard flatheads. The standard is typically a 82-degree angle for most hardware, but many aerospace applications you see up to 100. So the typical call it, you'll see this symbol right here called by the outer diameter of the countersunk, as well as the angle and the diameter of the actual hole itself. And for tapped hole, that's a hole that has threads. So typically the way a tapped hole would work is that you drill out the hole itself and then you run a tap through to actually create the threads here. So whenever you create a threaded hole in SolidWorks, you'll see this this shape here. So you'll see the inner diameter of the actual drilled out hole, and this dashed lines would be symbolize the threads of the tap. So let's go over what's actually in SolidWorks now. So say I wanted to create a through hole or a blind hole. I would just come over here to select hole. And now I've got the different standards that I can select. So I'm going to stick with an ANSI inch. And you can select the type of drill sizes. So all drill sizes, dowel hole, fractional drill sizes, so on and so forth. But let's just keep it on all drill sizes. Now we can select the size based upon typical standards. So if I want to put in drill that with, say, a number 6 drill bit, I can select number 6. Or if I want to call out a quarter drill bit, I click on show decimal values, and that's going to show you the actual diameter of the size. If I want to do a custom size, I can just select here and I can customize it. So now I can control the end condition, where I can select through all, or I can set blind and I can control how deep I want that hole to be. So I select through all, it's going to go all the way through. Now I also have some extra options where I can control if I want to have a near side countersink, which is the side nearest me right now, the side that I'm drilling into, or if I want to have a far side countersink, which would be on the opposite side. All right, so it's a quick overview on um, uh, through and blind holes. But let's go take a quick look at a counter bore hole now. So counter bore, you'd follow the same method. So you'd select the standard. If you have a specific type of hole of a screw that you're creating this for, let's just say I'm going to create this for a hex bolt. I can specify the size, so I'll say I want a quarter for a quarter bolt, and the fit, like I said, if I want to be a close fit, normal, loose, so on and so forth, it's automatically going to bring in all the dimensions that I need. And so end condition. So the end condition is the condition for the inner hole, and I've got other options where I could add extra head clearance, so I can just increase it right here. And I also have the option to add in countersinks as well. So taking a look at a countersunk hole, I'm going to uncheck that. So I can select the type of flathead. So if I want to do this for a 100-degree flathead, I can, or 82 inches, which is probably going to be more common. Select the size of the screw and the type of fit I want, close, normal, loose, and the end condition. So if I want it to be blind or if I want it to be a through all. And I also have the option to add extra head clearance or add a far side countersink. Take a quick look at a tapped hole. So I can specify the standard, once again, the type of tap, if I want to do a bottoming out tap, or a straight pipe tapped hole, or just normal tapped hole. And I can select the type of tap for, or specifically what kind of screw this hole is going to be for. So if I want to be for a quarter 20 hole or a quarter 28 screw, I can select that. 3/8/16, 3/8/24. And I can also change the end condition. So if I want it to be a through all, or if I want the threads to be through hull, or specify the blind as well. And I also have the option to add extra options as well. So that's going to do it for this video. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for getting more content such as this. And until the next video, have a good one. Later. Bye-bye.